Hi friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Jeff, and it's been a while since I've posted anything to my YouTube channel with cooking and stuff. With COVID, my health acting up, haven't had an opportunity to post videos, but I decided that this evening, it's a Friday night, that I would go ahead and do a cooking video. I've had some friends message me off of YouTube asking, how do you make tortillas? Well, I want to share my tortilla recipe with you. This is a recipe that was shared with me by my cousin Michelle Watuma in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is how, similar to how she made tortillas, but I alter mine a little bit. So I want to share with you guys how to do it. Here's my cup, here's my bowl. And this is a 2-cup measuring cup. I've got my flour here on the side. Sorry if everything don't show up. I'm having to photograph myself on with my iPhone propped up on my microwave. Okay, so here's, should be about 1 cup, but I'm gonna go ahead and make okay, this is 2 cups of flour. Okay, I got 2 cups of flour here. I'm going to do 4 cups of flour for the tortillas. I can easily, make them and then freeze them and then just do them in the microwave when I'm ready to eat them. But okay, this makes this 4 cups of flour in the container. Now here's my shortening. Well, actually, it's Snowcap Manteiga Morale's brand of lard. So you can use lard, you can use shortening, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Now in this container, I've just got a little bit left. I got a new container, but basically, you want to use like 1/4 of a cup of shortening, so of lard in this recipe, and so. Here's 1/4 of a cup of lard. Okay, I've got the 1/4 of the cup. Here's the lard. I'm putting it in the flour. So bear with me. I know this isn't the best of of doing stuff, but hey, I'm doing the best I can. But let's see. Hopefully, there you go. Okay, I'm mixing up the flour. That's 4 cups of flour. It's self-rising flour. Any brand self-rising flour, or you can use plain flour. You just have to add the extra ingredients like the baking powder and the salt and stuff to it. But I mostly use self-rising because I really haven't figured out how to do regular flour. Sorry about that. I just take it the easy way when I make bread and stuff. But everybody's recipe is different from one another, so each one's recipe is going to vary. So just remember that. So no recipe is an exact science. It's just how people have adjusted in making them. So okay, and what we're gonna do is I'm going to get out some milk, and here's my milk. It's just regular whole milk, and get out my measuring cup, and right here, as you can see, 1/2 cup. You want to get at least 1/2 cup of milk. I don't know if you can see me pouring it, but okay, here's 1/2 cup of milk. There you go. I've got 1/2 cup of milk, as you can see. There you go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the milk, add it to the mixture. Can you see? There we go. And then a lot of people use a spoon or some other utensil to stir this up. I'm so used to using my hands, so that's how I always do things. So I'm mixing up the dough like this way. And getting the flour mixed up like this. This is 4 cups of of self-rising flour and 1/4 cup of lard, or you can use shortening. It's up to you. And do you see the consistency of the flour? Well, basically what I do is what the milk does is it helps make the dough soft. And so I've got my faucet on hot water, just plain hot tap water. Let me lower it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bowl, and as you see, I add a little bit of water like this way, and I mix it up. And you just want to do it till you can get a dough. And there we go. I think I might have added a little too much water, but maybe not. But I'm mixing up the dough mixture. There we go. Yeah, I added just a little too much water, but you can correct that if you add a little too much water. It's easily corrected by adding just flour on top of it. So don't worry about it if you add a little too much water. So don't worry, there's no problem. It's easily fixed. And so I'm just grabbing flour and just adding it on top till I get a dough. There we go. Till I can get it to be workable. See if you can see me working it. There we go. And I still need to add a little bit more flour. I wished I had a person who'd hold the camera for me, but unfortunately my sister went home and it's just me by myself at my house. But there we go. You see how the dough is starting to form? Okay, you want to work your dough. I still need to add a little bit more flour to it. So I don't measure. It's just basically you just add a little bit of flour at a time till you get it the right consistency. So, you know, there's no, on this part of making the dough, I don't measure. I know my aunts in New Mexico, really, when they cooked, this is on my dad's side, on the Laguna Indian Reservation, my aunts and cousins on my dad's side are Native American, and so they do a lot of cooking without measuring. So it's just a learned skill that you learn, you know, as you're growing up, and it's passed down through generation to generation. So, you know, it just depends on the person and how they were taught. And my aunt Mildred Pino, which is my dad's sister, his older sisters, they all passed away a long time ago. But a lot of these recipes of native foods and stuff has been lost because everybody has passed on and over the years. And so some of the recipe, some of the making the breads and stuff, the native breads and stuff, you know, was passed on years ago when to us kids when we were younger. I mean, just like when my Aunt Mildred Pino taught me how to make oven bread, Indian oven bread, I was like 16 years old. And I'm 60 years old going on 61. So that's been a long time ago. So I've remembered all these years. And I never had it wrote down. It was just all from memory. But as you can see, you see the dough? There we go. We got a dough now. And what I'm going to do is let the dough rest for just a minute. I'm going to get some of this dough washed off my hands so I don't get it all over my phone while I'm recording. I had one of my YouTube friends asked me, how do you make the tortillas? And so I'm showing everybody how I do it. And so, okay, here's my griddle. It looks like it's maybe about a 15 inch griddle. It's what you call it, an emerald griddle. I bought it years ago at Walmart. And what you want to do is get your flame on high, stick your pan on there and heat it up. Basically, you want to get it really hot until it until you, similar to weight, you know, if you've made pancakes before, you know how you have to get your griddle hot when you're making pancakes. It's the same principle. You want to get your griddle hot. Let me get the milk put up and get that taken care of. There we go. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set the phone down and pray you guys can see me. There we go. Sorry about that. I have to put the phone in the cabinet. I don't have a stand for my phone when I make, but I do my cooking videos. That's terrible of me, but okay. And what I'm doing is I'm getting flour, and you just get any amount of flour and just stick it on your countertop, a clean countertop that is. And what I'm doing is spreading it out. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. I think you can see it. I'm spreading it out like this way so I can put my dough on it. Then I got my rolling pin. Then you want to make sure your rolling pin is covered in stuff. And I'm going to take my dough, and what I'm doing is I'm going to take a ball, make a ball of dough. So there's a ball of dough. You see it? There we go. I'm going to put the phone back in the cabinet so I can walk you through this. Okay, take the ball, and I'm rolling it, working the dough in a ball. It makes it easier to handle when you make any kind of bread and stuff like that. You want to roll it out so that the dough is kind of smooth and workable. And what I'm doing is I'm taking this and I'm putting it on the flour. Let's see if I can do this again. There you go. There you go. And what you want to do is you want to roll out your flour like this way. I mean, roll out your dough, not your flour. Lord have mercy, I'm getting old. I can't remember half the time what I'm talking about. Just kidding. I'm just being silly tonight on a Friday. Okay, now I'm going to put this on. Leave the phone right there. And I'm rolling out. I'll show you the rolled out tortilla dough in a second. But you want to roll it out and make a circle. And so I'm rolling out the tortilla. These are going to be giant tortillas. The more to enjoy with my chili stew when I make New Mexico red chili stew. And so I'm making the dough a little thin, because you want it a little thin. You don't want it too thick, so they'll cook. And so here's my tortilla. You see how thin it is? Let's see if I can get it closer. There you go. You want it thin like that. So I'm flapping it around. And people say, okay, how can you tell if your griddle's hot enough? Well, one simple way is you look at, I don't know if you can see, do you see it smoking? There you go, you can see it smoking. See the smoke? Okay, it's on high. Now I'm gonna turn it down to medium. There you go, turn it down to medium. And here I'm gonna take and lay the tortilla on the griddle. There we go. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. See if you can see the, I don't know if you can see the control, but you just have to adjust it, but let it sit like that on the, let me get me a spatula because I don't want to burn my hands. So, okay, notice on the tortilla, do you see the little bubbles? See little bubbles forming? That's normal. You want the little bubbles to show up on there. That's just showing that it's cooking. And it's going to take a little bit for it to start browning. So just a little bit. But you want it to freckle on each side so that you will know, you know, that you cooked it properly. So you want to do that. Okay, it's just going to be a little bit. There we go. Okay, it's starting to brown on the other side. You want it to cook on evenly. There we go. It's just going to take a little bit of time for this to cook, so be patient with me, please. Oh, mercy. I can't believe I'm in a cooking mode tonight. Oh, well, I just want to share with everybody, you know, stuff. So everybody can enjoy native foods and regular foods and stuff like that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn it over. There we go. You see how it freckled like this way? You want it to turn out like that. You don't want to overcook it. Because if you overcook it, you're not going to be happy with it. But you make sure, let me grab a pan, sit this in for when I'm done. I'm going to check the other side. The other side's not quite ready yet. But you want the tortilla to finish cooking. And you can feel it. You know, touch it. Just be extra careful not to burn yourself while you're making your tortillas or other kind of native breads. And so, I want to check the other side. See, the other side's starting to brown. There we go. And just let it freckle on the other side, and it'll be done. So just be a little patient with it. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. Let it cook some more. I always press it down so that it gets even heat when I cook. But these will be soft and really delicious. There we go. You see how the back side is cooked? That's done. And what I'm going to do is put it over in here, and there you go. And that, my friends, is how you make tortillas. So I hope this video helped, and thanks for checking out my YouTube channel, and be sure to click like and subscribe on it. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will be posting more cooking videos as soon as possible. I'm going to finish cooking up the tortillas, and then I'm going to post a video on how to make homemade flaky biscuits. So I will show that. I will be posting that as well. So I got to make 2 videos tonight. But right now I got to finish cooking the tortillas. But thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. click like and subscribe, and I will see you guys as soon as possible. Thank you for being patient with me since I haven't been able to post lately. So take care. We'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.